My shit just stalled out because I'm running airbags. This is the life of having an old car, just so you know.
Yeah.
The party went wah, wah, wah. The modern way of keeping your hood down, a bungee cord. I said, that's how we roast our weenies.
There you go.
All right, turn it on. Because it's never happened to me before. Tell them what's wrong with your shit.
My battery's dead.
Because you wanted to look cool on camera.
Hitting the airbags too much. Scraping, but that's how we do it right here, Gato style.
Let's just say if we had the original suspension, original transmission, these cars cars would probably do 55, 60 top mileage on it, and you'd be all over the road, you know. You'd have to hang on to the steering wheel, go back and forth. You know, you see some of these old guys, you see them on the road and you see them do this, that's because they're trying to keep their car straight. So once you go to a front clip from a Camaro or, you know, 60s Camaro, 60s Mustang, basically what you do at that point, you're either gonna have, you know, rack and pinion, something more, a little bit more modern, so you can let go of your steering wheel in the middle of the freeway and these cars will go as straight as an arrow.
It's almost there.
I drive a 1955 Cadillac. Always admired Cadillacs. I used to have a 63. It's Americana. It's when you coin the phrase, it rides like a Cadillac. That means it's the best there is. When I bought it, it wasn't running. I bought it off a young lady. She inherited it from her father. It was sitting in their backyard. I looked at it. I fell in love with it, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. It originally had a generator on it, a 12-volt generator. I went ahead and converted it over to an alternator. Yes, it is. It's a 331 original Cadillac motor, and I do plan to do a full restoration eventually on the motor. The Cadillac was, in its time, it was like a working man's Rolls-Royce, and 57 years old maybe. All the power works, power seats. One of the other neat features is the exhaust out of the tailpipes. It's actually routed through the tailpipe, which is pretty neat for its time. You see, this is where the fuel goes in through the taillight, and it was all about the lines. During that time in '55, it was the space era, space race, and a lot of everything was driven by aerospace. You have these points here, the bullets in the front that are kind of very Cadillac-esque, but this is basically, in essence, to kind of mimic an aircraft.
Uh, 1964 El Camino, all custom, everything shaved, 20-inch rims, 45 series tires. Got my airbags right here, front to back, side to side, 8 switches. You can go left, you can go right, go front, you can go back. It's a great ride. Airbags are great rides when you have it at the perfect level, but it really does do a show because you can just slam it down and just be cool. I've had this car for about 7 years. It took me about 4 years to get it to where I'm at. It's a 327 Edelbrock manifold, Edelbrock carb. It's a 750, 100 amp alternator. I try not to drag race with it because it's too pretty. I keep it so clean just because, you know what, we're all car guys. So you know what, if your engine's not clean, then why are you rolling with us? We just love cars. We love beautiful engines. We love the chrome. Oh, you gotta have the horsepower. You gotta make it perform as well as it sounds. Straight cat embroidery, of course. Ain't nobody have that. Nobody has that straight cat embroidery. No can they? Get up or shut up.
This is a 1968 Cadillac. It's got a 472 Cadillac engine in it. Engine is still original. Transmission is also original. It's 40 plus years old and it's still running strong. It's American built. This approximately has over 400. Yeah, over 500 pounds in torque. Yeah, so this thing can really, pick up and go. Airplane type of feel because they all rode smooth and glided. Same thing here. You still got kind of a bullet shape on the corners, on the ends. All I had to do was replace the starter. So other than that, electrical wise, it was just the starter.
The dashboard's all custom made. The bare essentials.
No shit.
I spent hours and hours to make it look like this. One of a kind. Hi, my name is Victor from the Gatos, the newest member. This is my 1953 GMC pickup. I bought this car, all I bought was the front half of it, and then I put it all together. I did all the work myself. I chopped the top 6 inches. I put the fender skirts. The suspension's from a 69 Chevelle, front and back. I have power brakes, power windows. It drives like a brand new car. Everybody likes chrome and shiny stuff. I like rust. Make it dirty and scary. That's how I like it. It's a 305 automatic transmission, hauls ass. The original frame was all modified. I changed the whole front end and put a 69 Chevelle front end suspension. The front end of my car is from a 55 Bel Air, a car, the lights, the bumpers, so it's all custom. One of a kind.
Yeah, I like it.
Get down a bit quick. There we go.
So this is a 1951 Chevy Fleetline. We've shaved all of it, took off all the moldings, took off all the handles. We put a 49 Olds 88 windshield on it, so it's a one-piece now instead of the split. We did a Mustang front clip, got the 70s Chevy rear end, has bags front and back. We rolled it, so we don't do a bumper on here, it's just rolled. We did the 39 Ford Frenched lights backwards in the back. When you do Frenching, it means you put the lights back. So normally this car would have the lights up here with a bezel. So when you French it, you fabricate it so that it pushes them back. So we got about a 2-inch French on this one right here. We got a 50 Chevy Fleetline grill. It's a 50 because it's what we had in the shop. So under the hood, we got a Chevy 350 small block. Nothing special, just a small block. Basically, to put a new engine in this car, you got to change the entire drive shaft. Entire drivetrain, I'm sorry. You got to fabricate new motor mounts. Obviously do a 350 turbo is what I got in this car for a transmission. You got to change the drive shaft, rear end. So you got to basically, the whole drivetrain needs to be changed out because they sound a lot louder and go a lot faster. You can go to any Pep Boys AutoZone and pick up any part. Versus when you got what this car came with, a 216, you got to special order those kind of parts. Well, for us, we're into the 50s type of look. To be honest with you, even this is kind of new for me. My next car will be 30s, 40s. So it's just cool, This is going back to the days where it was all body styles. It was about innovation. These cars are real steel. These aren't fabricated. These aren't you know, made out of plastic. We drive our cars.